Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Monster Super League. It's your boy Odin, and today we're finally going to be talking about how to get the maximum score that you can in the Vritra World Boss event. We're just going to go ahead and basically go ahead and get started. So the first things first, what you need to know about the Vritra World Boss is that it's essentially almost like a punching bag machine event where you just want to do the maximum amount of damage that you can with a single hit. Therefore, some of the higher ranking, monsters in general are going to be monsters who are super evoed, such as, the Dark Fenrir. I personally like the Dark monsters better than, the RBGs, but that's just because, I have a lot of them and therefore I can kind of tally it up, which ones I think will do the most amount of points. But essentially, the Dark Seedler is the rebirth monster of the month, and he is actually really good. He can net you in anywhere between, 400,000 points, essentially at level 6 star, or as a level 60 6 star. But what you need to know is that there is a certain amount of variance, and it's around, 100 to 200,000 points based on the attack that you have and based on whether or not the monster crits. So essentially what you're looking at is stat-wise, you're looking at the attack power, you're looking at the crit damage, and you're looking at the crit rate. Things like skill books actually really do play into account as well heavily. You can basically, if you don't have monsters and is not skill booked, you're essentially just looking at around let's see, anywhere between 100,000 points to 200,000 points. Sorry guys, I'm taking a look at my chart here that I also have on hand. So therefore I can kind of reference back and forth to tell you guys exactly how much. So if your monster's not skill booked, you're expecting to get around 100,000 to 200,000 less points than you normally would. This Seedler here, last month I ran him and I got 889,000. And then I picked one with a ruin set, and I put only one relic on him. This is a 3-star relic, and this one did 948,000 points. So anywhere for the Dark Seedler, fully skill booked, with a ruin set, you're looking around 900 to a million points. And then let's say for this one here, this one's skill booked, and this one is on intuition set. He has 83% chance to crit, basically no crit damage, but pretty high attack, or at least moderate attack for this one here. I can get anywhere between 800 or 780,000 to 900,000. So I personally tested out the Seedlers in this particular way last month just so that I could see how much each one does. So this Dark Seedler here, he's on a Valor set. He has a little bit higher attack power than this one here, but less than the Valor set. He's sitting at around 900,000 as well. So essentially the gem set doesn't really that much. What really matters is whether or not that gem is maxed out. So basically it doesn't matter what gems you're using, just try to basically max them out, and that will give you anywhere between 85,000 to an extra 110,000 points. So, base stat, the Seedler here gave me around like 600,000 points, plus another 100,000 points from the gems, plus another 100,000 points from the skill books, and then a little bit extra from the relic here. If you put all of your relics and all your mons, you're essentially going to get anywhere between 200,000 to 300,000. So somebody like, let's see, where's my Dark Shawujin here? It's going to be towards the top. He actually gets anywhere between 1.2 to 1.4 or 1.5 million sometimes, so depending on whether or not he crits. So essentially, he's one of my better monsters, even though he's not variant. Variant leader skill actually plays into a huge effect as well. So let me go back to the Seedlers here. I'm basically just using the Seedlers as a reference for you guys to kind of at least understand how the point system works. But again, it's basically a punching bag machine. The more attack you have, the more better crit rate and crit damage you have on those monsters, the better your score is going to be. So obviously Ruin did a little bit more because, high attack, decent crit damage, decent crit rate. Same thing with the Intuition, did a little bit less damage than the Valor set. and so therefore it went Ruin, Valor, and then Intuition. But it didn't really matter too much. It just, what mattered mainly was the fact that, you know, you have either max gems, or, you know, 2 max gems, or no max gems. So this week I'm actually going to be testing out this seedler too. I just have to basically raise him up tomorrow. There's that one too, and I will continue to compare numbers. But essentially, top 3 things to remember, guys, is going to be that you need to build, you know, dark attackers are really good. Light attackers are actually really good as well, because the world boss is a dark type. As you guys can see there, it is always going to be a dark type. But essentially what you want to do is you want to max skill book your monsters, give them relics or trinkets, depending on, you know, whether you have 3 or 4-star, 5-star. Obviously 6-star trinkets are going to give you a lot more points, 5-star trinkets are going to give you a lot more points, 4-star trinkets are going to give you more points. But if all you have is 2s and 3s, just pop some in there, you'll get some points. I haven't done my battles today, this week yet, so I'm going to basically go ahead and go through it, and we'll test out some of the damage. Another key thing to note again, guys, is basically just try to max skill book your monsters, put as much attack on them as you can, as much crit rate as you can, and as much crit damage as you can. So Ruin sets are going to be really good here. Again, it's just basically, it's a one-hit type deal, so the max amount of stats your monster has, the better. Healers are actually really good in here too, so it doesn't matter if the monster is a defender type, an attacker type, it doesn't matter, tank type. What matters most here is going to be that one-hit maximum stat. So if you're using a defense aggressor, such as the dark C-Star, she's really good here as well. You know, if she's super evoed, again, super evos, actually, I trimmed it down. It's around 150 to 300,000 extra points that you can get. So super evoing monsters, definitely an extra way to get some points here. In the last couple of weeks, I've been able to get anywhere between, like, you know, 27,000 to 38,000 points or per, you know, hit, basically. So as you guys can see, I basically picked all my variants, because again, variant leader skills 6 are going to give you the most points, and the way that the leader skills are ranked, for at least from me, from what I've tested out, a level 1 variant skill is going to give you 60,000 points, and then it goes up to level 6 variant skill, which gives you an extra 100,010 points. So, you know, 60 to 110,000. Those basically are just some random numbers that get generated, you know, so it all depends on, like, you, what types of gem sets you're using, how you're building your monsters. But again, it doesn't really matter the typing of the monster. What matters is going to be whether or not the monster is fully skill booked, the leader skill. So, you know, monsters like the Dark Seedler or Nat 4-star monsters that get rebirth are really good. If you put them on a level 6 leader skill, they'll give you an extra 110,000 points. You know, it's just as easy as that. Base, a Dark Seedler with no variant skill or anything, only gives you around 400,000 points. So it makes no sense to have, you know, a non-variant Nat 4 light or dark, especially if you've rebirth, and you'll find plenty of variants out there to basically pop them into your monsters. I'm going to take out... Let's see. Well, let me see if maybe I can show you guys some of my monsters here, and we'll check out exactly how much damage they deal. My Dark Kraken's actually... I was messing around with the gems, so she's actually not an optimal set. Yeah, no, I haven't even finished loading. What's she at? 20% crit, 14% attack. Attack for defense aggressors is actually useless, so, you know, there's that. But it's the only good Ruin gem set that I have that has 20% crit chance. So, yeah. Super evolved monsters, again, get 150,000 extra points, varying up to 200,000. But again, it's mainly a one-type punching bag event, so the more stats you have in a monster, the better. Let's see, maybe I can put the Dark Cherry in here just to show you guys what, you know, a skill booked healer does as well. Let me see, let me find... Yeah, let's go ahead and throw her in there. Let's take out... Who can I take out? Let's take out the Frosk. I think this one didn't have it. I took out some gems and stuff, so I was kind of messing around before I started doing the video. He's on a Ruin set. Let's leave him in here. Let's see, what is this guy on? I think this one might be the one with, no. He's also on a gem. Ruin. 20% chance. Dark Phibian is actually really good, guys. As you can guys see, leader skills level 6, 20% chance to crit, resist, and he's HP on the healer here on the 5-star skill. Attacks restore allies HP and 10% of equal, 10% of own max HP. So therefore, I put him on a ruin set with HP. You can also do HP attack, just so you guys know. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to put in the Dark Cherry. Her gems are actually not that good, but she is fully skill booked. Therefore, see, she's got 9, 12, and 6. So I'm not really optimizing this to max for everything, but just to show you guys exactly what I mean. Even this Dark Cocoa, if you got some Dark Cocos from last month, this one's only a leader skill level 2. He should still get around 700 to 800,000 points, maybe a little bit more, give and take. If the monsters crit, you can expect to see some pretty high numbers. If the monster does not crit, it's kind of like average between 800,000 to a million. But anyways, enough of me chatting up. We'll just go ahead and go. And then maybe later on, we'll go ahead and show you guys some of the other monsters that I have. But again, guys, key things to remember is just max skill buck your monsters. Give them as much attack, crit damage, and crit rate as you can. If it's a defense aggressor, obviously, a defense, crit rate, or something like that along those lines, it should help out pretty well. Uh-oh, looks like Nox just got real choppy. Hopefully it doesn't lag me out. But anyways, we should be able to get at least 30,000 points from this round. Again, dark attackers are really good because you're going to be able to have that extra 100% or 50% chance to... No, it's 100% chance to crit damage. So, dark monsters are a good thing to build if you're, trying to build some monsters. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, laggy there, really laggy. That was really close, but we got the perfect. So let's see how much we can get here. Again, guys, if you're a new player, it's going to be really hard for you guys to get a lot of good points. But, you can manage to get anywhere between 20,000 and 25,000. So you should be able to get a decent amount. All right, so we got 33,200 or 33,287,000. So not too bad. And then let's see the damage ranking here. So C-Star up top, got Dark Moonflower, then the Seedlers. So here's the first Seedler. This is the one that is on the Valor set. So attack, defense, and crit rate. This defense gem here has a 20% chance to crit, attack and an extra 10% chance to crit. So I use him actually often in PvP just for a one-shot kill. And it actually works pretty well. If he doesn't kill something, he can survive really good. Oh, look at the Coco, man. He's way above here, higher than the Nat 5s here. Dark Indra, or the Light Indra, and the Dark, or the Light Beiji. Even the Draka. And my Draka is actually pretty beefy. So what that means right there is that they basically didn't crit. So this one's an attack, and crit rate. And these two are 5-star gems. I think this Draka, let's see what else. These are level 6-star trinkets and relics here. So let's see, which one is this one? This is the HP, defense, HP. And these ones are not leveled either. So just to show you guys, essentially, these are skill booked. All these monsters here are essentially skill booked. I think my Beiji has like 4 skill books. Indra has 5 skill books. But the Seedlers, this one should be the Intuition one. Yep. This one's got 5 skill books, or all the skill books as well. So, if you have monsters that, can be easily skill booked, such as all of these, basically the Mona is really easy to skill book, the Coco is really easy to skill book, the Seedler is really easy to skill book. Get as many of them as you can. As you guys can see, this Dark Seedler did 1,000,000 damage. So, essentially, that's the best way. You don't even need to have Nat 5s at Evo 3 to get high scores. Essentially, what it is just that chance to crit. So as you guys see, the Mandragora, she did 1,000,000 damage here as well. She has Hunter on the 3-star and the 5-star skill, and she's sitting at crit rate, so not even that high. 18% chance to attack. Really other crappy substats there. Attack. This one's not even maxed. Crit damage, defense. Crit rate, attack, attack. This one's a really good crit damage gem. I need to get that to max level soon. But level 6 leader skill. So things like that, guys. It is kind of capped. I've noticed that the most amount of damage that you can do in a single turn is actually 50 million from what I could tell, but there are players out there that can only get like, you know, anywhere between like 35 to 40 million. So just keep that in mind. But essentially, dark nukers are really good. As you guys can see, essentially almost all my monsters up top are all darks. But I mean, I did also kind of put in a lot of darks in here. But look at my shinobi. He's down here. He's on a level 3 leader skill. He's on a crit rate, attack, attack. So he's actually on really good gems as well. This one says 6 star, 6 star, and 6 star. So all level 15s. And he only did 900,000. So essentially, you could get a, you know, army of dark seedlers. You know, you can do like 10 or 20 of them if you're really a whale, or just really lucky with your pulls. And you can essentially get that, you know, 30 plus million, get that triple S on your damage. So essentially, skill books are very important. So around 150,000 points you can get there. The variant leader skill, it's an extra 110,000 points you can get there if you get a level 6. The trinkets and the gems and stuff like that, again, if they're maxed out, level 6 star trinkets better than a 5 star maxed out trinket. But essentially what you're going for is going to be on that crit damage, crit rate, and attack stat. So, you know, higher attack. So this one's got 5,600. Where's that Thor at here? Thor's in 16th. Let's take a look at the dark Mogi here. She's got 6,200 attack there. And what does he have? 3,700 attack, defense. Well, I guess the Coco's kind of not really very comparable. I think he only scored higher because he has, you know, a better gem set. But, you know, that's about it. Let's see, where is... so this is my dark dynasties here. Let's see if we can get level 5 leader skill, 6,000 attack. So he's got less attack than the Thor here. Oh no, more, a little bit more. Light Yuki, 7,400, 7,500 attack or so. But yeah, so guys, take advantage of the next free gem removal date, which is coming up, I believe, this coming weekend. So essentially 2 days from now. So take advantage of that. Ooh, a monster that scores really, really well here is actually the Dark Atito. I had him on 6 star trinkets and relics last week on here, and I changed him up a little bit because I wanted to see how much I could get if I put him on a 100% chance to crit. So that's why he's in here with this gem set. So, you know, 22%. This one's 7.5. But I think he essentially was close to like either 80 or something percent chance to crit. So, but how much attack? 6,700 attack. But anyways, the Dark Atito, get yourself an army of like 4 or 5 of them. Really easy to skill book, not 3. You know, Evo 3, Dark Musketeer is really, really good. Again, the Mona's down here, you know, she's not even on fully maxed out gems, and she's still scoring, what, like 700? 861,000. So, and here is the Cherry in the darks in the last spot, level 6 variant litter skill. You know, crappy gems, but she can still basically score pretty high up there. It just depends on what you guys have for, you know, the leader skill. So we got 33,287 million, or 33,287,000. Wow, I literally cannot count today. But anyways, that's essentially how you want to do it. You know, if you have a lot of monsters sitting around and you really want to get some high points, I totally recommend you guys to basically go ahead and build some of the rebirthable monsters like the Dark Seedler. Again, Dark Seedler is really, really good, guys. You know, it's really easy to build. You can get your skill books right from the story. Comes with Elemental Edge, so usable basically everywhere. And then the defense down is also a really good skill to have. And you're gonna be using him, you know, you can use him in the Colossus and places like that. Yeah, really good, easy monster to get. All right, so we did the first one. You guys saw how much that is. I'm gonna see if I may as well go through the other ones here. Let's see what we can do. All right, so I'm gonna pick some different monsters here. Maybe we can throw somebody else in here. Who can we throw in here that might? let's see if we test these guys out in just the way that I have them right now. And we'll see what we can do. Let's throw in the Wood Arthur. I actually just built my Wood Arthur, so I'm going to be showcasing him in the next Tower of Chaos event, because on the last video I saw a lot of people were like, okay, you know, I don't have any light Yukis, what can I do? Wood Arthur is another good option. 60% chance to stun for 2 turns. He's going to be harder to skill book, but, you know, usable. So let's see if maybe we take out... What can we take out here? Let's take out the Water Mona, I'm thinking. No, let's take out one of the Yakshas. One of the Yakshas, I believe, does not have any gems, because, again, I was messing around with her. Yeah, this one. Let's take this one out. Let's double check that. All right. Let's go ahead and throw in the Wood Arthur. He is on Pugilist. I think he's on attack, crit rate. Or crit, attack, crit damage, crit rate. Yep. All right, so let's see if we give this one a try. Let's save this layout. So again, guys, you know, variant leader skills, super evo, max skill books if you can. Really easy to build the skill books for the nat 4s that are rebirthable. I even put my dark Gian over here, light Balrona, but I guess we'll give that a go. So again, guys, you know, can't really emphasize it enough, but having max gems does not mean that you're going to be automatically entered into the higher tier of points. It's very dependent on whether or not that monster crits. So build your monsters like as if you're just going for a one-hit move, like an arena. You know, if you don't have that many monsters, that's totally fine. You know, just go ahead and use your RGBs, your red, blue, greens, but essentially work your way towards building a few different light and dark monsters, especially the nat 4s that are rebirthable. Really good points and easy points to get from those monsters. All right, so hopefully we don't lag too much. All right, that was really close there again. Really laggy, but this will be the last attempt that I make here with this group. And I'm expecting to get, you know, 20 to 25 million or so. So I guess we'll see. So we got, oh, look at that, 25 million almost, just a super. Let's see who we got for points here. All right, so we got Beiji at Evo 2. The light Nezas, light Balrona. There's the dark Gian. I think dark Gian is not even built that well. She's like on what? Defense, ruin set, HP defense. All right, so nothing crazy. So essentially, if you look at these points here, you can pause the screen if you want. Here's my test for the week. I put the Super Evo Fire Bic up here. She has no gems, no trinkets, no nothing. And she is basically giving you 475,000 points. And I did the same thing with the Light Yuki, or the Fire Yuki, I mean. So she has actually 3 skill books, and the Fire Vic has 4 skill books. So I think it's very dependent on whether or not the monster crits. This one, this Light Mowgli, she doesn't have anything either. Yep. All right, neither does this one here. Again, I was just testing out to see, you know, what their points are, what the base points are. So looking at, you know, the light Evo Miho over here, you know, she's a defender type. She's level 6 variant leader skill. She's only getting 580,000, which is about the average for some of the monsters. They vary between 470 to 600,000. It's actually 450 to 600,000, but, you know, there's that. This Mona, she's an RBG. She's level 4. She is max skill book though, and she is on some decent gems, so she can still score, you know, 637,000. So you don't necessarily have to have fully evolved monsters or super high attack, you know, monsters. You just want to focus mainly on max skill booking, giving them as much attack or crit rate, you know, and crit damage, and basically build your monsters for a punching bag event. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any other tips or comments, you can leave them in the comment section down below. I'm sure other players will welcome that, you know, experience, or that, you know, a little bit of, I guess we'll roll for that one for crit rate. A little bit of help. You know, a lot of people out there still have not much or don't have much experience in the world boss. I've been doing what I can as far as like building the amount of information that I can by myself on my end here. And therefore I will relay any other information that I get to help you guys do a little bit more damage in your world boss. But essentially, those are the key things that you want to focus on. It's just max skill books, max relics and trinkets, as much attack power, crit damage, and crit rate that you can put on your monster, and just build that monster for that specific type. So, you know, defenders, give them a little bit more defense gems. Attackers, more attack gems. You know, tank types, HP defense, or HP defense, doesn't matter as long as you have max gems. And that's essentially it, guys. You know, it is dependent on whether or not the monster either crits or how high his gems and you know, skill books are. So there's no really crazy method. But what I can tell you is that you can get a lot more points if you have light or dark nat 4s, and if they're skill booked, fully trinketed, and if you know you have a decent amount of stats on them. But again, monsters that are rebirthable, such as the Dark Seedler, really easy way to get 1,000,000 points. You know, there's really no reason why you guys can't build 2 or 3 or 4 of them. I think I have like 6 of them now, but I think I'm going to stop there just because I have already such a huge amount of pool of units in my inventory. Therefore, I don't have any more room for them. You know, so just up to you guys. If you know, are before I guess I log off here, key note, the Baby Shark event is available this week, and as well as the first 3 days of next week. So before you guys finish off the month, make sure that you guys do all your rewards, do all your missions, as well as making sure that you guys purchase the Gleam and the Nat 5 that are available from the Baby Shark shop. And hopefully Nox didn't crash on me here, but I'll show you guys the little window. If not, I'm going to cut the video right there. And essentially, I will try to give out as much information as I can about the world boss in the next coming you know, weeks as it continues to unfold. But for now, those are my you know, key things for you guys to use to try to rank up some more points. Skill books, relics, and trinkets. You know, nothing else that's different than from what every other YouTuber or any other person has recommended you guys. But of course, if you have more comments or anything like that, leave them in the comment section down below. Hit us up on Discord. If you need any help with anything, just go ahead and feel free to just at me in the chat, and I'll always be able to you know, hook you up with whatever information I may have, or maybe somebody else will chime in and give you the information that they have. But anyways, looks like Nox froze up on me, guys, so I will catch you guys on the next video. Make sure that you guys get all your Baby Shark missions and events done. You know, get your gleams, get your eggs. The you know, Baby Shark Grandma and Grandpa are available. Those are basically free gleams that you can use for any wood monster. So that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, I wish you all good luck. I hope you guys had a good Heroes Festival, and I will see you guys on the next Monster Super League episode for the Clan Festival, as well as a couple other Astromon reviews. Take it easy, guys.